Hello everyone, today I just wanted to do a quick video on 5 ways that you can spend less and save more in 2020. So hopefully you'll find these tips helpful and I'll get started. And if I'm looking over here, I just have my notes here. The first is to know your why. And obviously your why is super important because it gives you the motivation to save money and to not be tempted to spend money. And you might still be tempted, but in the back of your mind, you're like, no, okay, my why is more important than this small trip that I hadn't planned for or this purchase that I want. But your why comes in there and stops you from making those decisions that you hadn't planned on. So whether that why is to get out of debt or to save an emergency fund or to pay off your house, whatever your why is, know it and have it always in your mind so that you can, stay away from temptations that might come your way and ruin your budget. So for me, one of my whys this year is to paint the exterior of our house and to put up a fence in our backyard. So that might seem not very motivating to some, but it is for me. And so know your why. Number 2 is to stop the little things. Stop purchasing little things. And those little things do add up. And I'm sure you've heard that many times. Like that daily cup of coffee that, doesn't seem like that much does add up at the end of the month. And while that's true, and I completely agree with it, I think for me, the biggest change in changing the little things and not buying the little things is it shifted my mentality. I had a behavior change and it kind of snowballed into other things. If I was more careful with the little things, I was more careful with the big things. So I think stopping little things and little impulses makes a huge difference in your overall behavior. So number 3 is, can you mend it? Can you fix it? Can you repurpose it before you purchase something new? And I guess I have one example of this is I wear dark jeans pretty much every day. And they'll sometimes start to fade and the fabric isn't worn out, but the color is less than ideal. So what I've done is I will take all my jeans and I will dye them with dark navy RIT dye, and it makes your jeans look like new. Now I will say, disclaimer to this is, now all your jeans will be the same color, so if that bothers you, it might not be your thing. But it saves me from having to purchase new jeans, but my wardrobe looks fresher, and it looks like I got new pants when I didn't. So can you find ways to freshen up an item, detail your car as opposed to get a new one, or whatever it is to make something last longer so that you can save more this year? Number 4 is do a spending freeze. And I'm a huge fan of spending freezes. And you can do a hardcore spending freeze, which is you only spend on necessities like your rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, and groceries. That is it, and gas for your car. That, you can do hardcore that way, or you can do more of a category spending freeze, for these months or this month, I won't spend in this category. Whatever it is, find a way to do spending freezes because I think it's a reset for your budget and I'm a huge fan of them. Number 5 is find joy in the simple things. And I think this is a mentality shift that if you can find joy in the simple things, that you won't have this urge as much to be constantly purchasing new items or going on, trips or whatever it is. And not that I'm saying purchasing new items or going on trips is all bad, but I think obviously there has to be a balance. And I think finding joy in the simple things helps to get rid of a lot of that impulse. So thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you found these tips helpful in some way, and I'll see you next time.